That's right, you shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into this on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Excuses, excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report, and we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if I don't have time to make for this right now. No matter what I do, it will be me being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that's what she wants. Whatever, forget it. Turn my back at them, get back to my seat, and shut my ears from the finale of the argument between Lily and Shizune. Eventually, Lily leaves her classroom, and Shizune and Misha seat themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She's probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. Well, I don't think I'm getting Shizune or Misha. I don't get why they had to drag me into the argument. Yaniko doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class was pretty boring in comparison. I turned the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to the cover of the board and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallway. Notice Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune's signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Maybe there is pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's not clear. She can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle. Misha struggles to spit out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down in their seats again. I'm so tired. She hangs her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough reading. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, very dramatic strokes. Misha's signs leads her trance into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it rigorously. Well, of course we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all of our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws. I think that was encumbrances. No, Nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's acting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello. Yay, it's Hanako. Look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom. Most of her body is hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again. Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only a jest. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by associating of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Satu. She came by this morning though. He keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course Shizune isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as it is, so you can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It's a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of different extremes meet. It seems... Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in our classroom working on their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at. Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. What are really working hard? We are really working hard to make that festival happen, and driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. Send up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. With the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which naturally don't, and clubs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms. It's Rin. It looks like she's working on her mural today too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, and it's only half done as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her so that she can concentrate. Her concentration won't break. Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. "15 minutes later, I decided that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level. Oh, it's Hiseo. If she can tell, I would feel a lot less comfortable if she would look at my face. An astute observation, hard at work I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already. But it's not a concern, at least it starts. Looking good. It does the layer of painting, hiding other layers of paint, mixing the shapes of the human's figures really create an impressive look. But Rin looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on a work in progress, 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at a half-empty bowl with the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with the project though. I guess it didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin, she looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours.